About time you showed up. All right, I want to know what's going on. I've been trying to get Delgado's attention for, I don't know, 3 years now. And what do I get? Nothing but radio silence. Then out of nowhere, just when Naeva and I are closing in on a huge score of our own, Delgado orders me to help you out. Oh, sure. First a tour, followed by a formal dinner at the captain's table. Let's get one thing straight. You're here for business, not for a vacation, so let's start by talking about Delgado's sudden olive branch. Because the only way to achieve a win is by agreeing to play the game in the first place. Worst case scenario, I don't make the fleet, but I end up a couple thousand credits richer. That's almost a... Yeah, I figured you'd say something like that. Just another one of Delgado's loyal little soldiers, huh? So Naeva's message said you were here for. Was that all she sent you here to do? Or was there something else you were sent here to steal? Don't play games with me. We both know pinging a message back and forth to the key is going to take longer than... We're supposed to be working together on every part of this. Oh, really? Did she now? I can't believe she's trying to cut me out of this deal. Without me, the award never would have ended up here in the first place. That would imply that Naeva has a good side to begin with. Fine, I'll help. But you're doing all the legwork, and I'm still taking my cut. Anyway, we'll get to that later. First, we have a much bigger fish to fry. So why are you targeting a Galbank exec anyway? Not exactly your average Crimson Fleet prey. Merchant vessels, transport, supply convoys, mining settlements, you get the picture. But taking on a megacorp, that's a really big deal. Something the Crimson Fleet stayed away. Sounds to me like Delgado's either getting desperate, or this is leading to... Oh, I see. We're playing this game now. Fine. Well, you might as well turn around and hop back aboard your ship because you're not getting near Dumbrosky.
I don't see a way around a little quid pro quo.
You're insulting my intelligence. Delgado wouldn't send you all the way out here. I'll tell you what, though. I'm gonna make this extremely inexpensive for you. In fact, you don't have to offer me a single credit. I don't want money. I want back into the Crimson Fleet. It's as simple as that. That's a disturbing way to put it. But I suppose that's the best offer I'm gonna get, so I'll take it. Dumbrosky's a full-timer aboard the Siren of the Stars. Probably spends more time cruising the space lanes than actually working. Fortunately, the Siren is hosting the Terran Preservation Society charity gala. To get what you need, you're gonna have to attend the gala, talk to his fellow philanthropists, and...
Looks like we got a party to crash.
The event's a complete sham. Bunch of rich snobs getting together and throwing a party for themselves. These people couldn't give a damn about Terran Yeah, well, lucky for you, it's not black tie, so you'll be fine. This card will allow you to access the Starfield ballroom. If you need my help, I'll be relaxing in one of the... Head inside and mingle with the crowd. No one likes Dumbrosky, so they'll be more than happy to share. He's a VIP executive, which means he either worked really hard using blood, sweat, and tears to make the arduous climb to the... Or he backstabbed, lied, cheated, and betrayed his way up the corporate ladder. From what I've heard, it's the second. Well, you better learn quick. Oh, there's one last thing. Trident equips all of their starliners with the latest acoustic threat detection, meaning that you lose patience and kill anyone aboard the ship. Security will be alerted and... Anyway, I suppose that's enough to get you started. You seriously need to ask. Okay, I'll give you 2 reasons. First, Galbank protects their own. Kill Dumbrosky, and they send Ecliptic after every Crimson Fleet ship they can find. And second, you offer Galbank employee in every single Galbank facility in the settled systems will triple their security. I'm gonna guess that won't help with whatever your plans are regarding Galbank, now will it? As long as you remember that I'm getting paid my cut, I'll help you with anything. What's the status of your plan? I once saw Naeva strip down a UC security ship and sell the parts back to the UC through a shell. If that doesn't put your concerns to rest, I don't know what will. Now tell me. Okay, then let me point you to the person in charge of the... Her name's Sheila, and you can probably find her in the Starfield. I'd press her to reveal where the award's hidden, and we can go from there. And if you're thinking of pulling the trigger on poor Miss Holbrook, remember that any gunfire is gonna set off the ship's alarms. They claim their goal is to celebrate the soul of the Earth, the culture, the people, and the... In their minds, Earth is now dead, which is why they feel that preservation of its remaining aspects is so... In reality, this is what happens when folks with far too much time and far too much money get together to make themselves feel like they're contributing to society. Oh, and while you're at the gala, avoid the canapes. They're frozen, not fresh.
There's nothing quite like the view from the Starfield ballroom. Trident must have spent a fortune equipping the ship with triple redundancy.
You're a guest of Captain Rokov, right?
The ship's purser can assist you with any matters regarding security.
In the event of a lockdown, remember to return to your cabin in a quiet... I'm sorry, but I'm reporting a security situation.
Yes, I'm extremely busy preparing for the award ceremony, so this... Not at all. I was assured that this particular ship was outfitted with the absolute late... I am completely confident that Trident Luxury Lines will keep all... Probably in a few days. I don't want the award transfer to actually occur until we're safely in orbit at our destination. Of course, if I keep getting interrupted, the ceremony might never take place at all. Yes, I am. Actually, I've been entrusted with the transfer of the award for the last 7 of its... Why do you ask? Well, the Earth Savior Award is one of a kind. The Blue Diamonds alone are irreplaceable. Since we can't produce a new award every year, I supervise the transfer and make certain that there's ample security in my cabin. Oh, please. Why would I do something so foolish? I'll have you know that the award is locked inside the master safe, located at the purser's office. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much more important things on my agenda than to speak to the likes of you.
Quite a lovely starline. Yeah?
You gotta admit, this is something else. So much obvious extravagance you could choke on it.
Please let me know if your voyage is unsatisfactory in any way. Welcome to the Purser's office. I'm Chief Purser Murata. How can I be of assistance? An excellent question. My responsibilities include all of the Siren's financial, customs, and commercial goods Honestly, I really enjoy the work. I get to meet people at every port of call instead of being constantly stuck. Oh, absolutely! The safe is magnetically sealed and shielded with multiple layers of fully damage-resistant vacuum. In the unlikely event our vessel is boarded and the threat detection alarm is triggered, the safe will be permanently sealed until in the even more unlikely event this ship is destroyed. We can assure you that your loved ones will be able to recover your goods from... So, as you can imagine, your property will be completely secure until... I've only seen it briefly myself, but I can assure you that it's quite lovely. Unfortunately, the item is locked inside of our safe, which can only be accessed by presenting an appropriate... Is there anything else I can... Well, if you change your mind, I'll be here. Have a wonderful trip. I'm sorry, it's against Trident policy to discuss our personal... I don't want to lose my job. Huh, that makes a lot of sense. Now that I think about it. This isn't getting... There's nothing to talk about. I've already made myself. I appreciate your interest, but I'm forbidden. It's not about money. It's about my career. I get fired. No problem. Is there anything else I can... Oh, absolutely. The safe is magnetically sealed and shielded with... In the unlikely event our vessel is in the even more unlikely... So, as... An excellent question. My responsibility, honestly... Please let me know if there's anything I can do to make your stay more comfortable.
Please remember to obey all posted safety and mustering instructions.
Must you continue these unwelcome interruptions? I'm a very... Excuse me? And why in goodness name would I do something as foolish as that? And why in goodness name would I possibly agree to that ridiculous demand? I hear you. Maybe we can work something out. I hear you. I'm still willing to talk. Oh, just take the damn thing already. Listen, maybe you can keep this between us. If the award goes missing, there's no need for the insurance company to get involved.
Here for business? Pleasure.
On behalf, glad to have you aboard. Don't forget to tell your friends how much you enjoy the cruise.
They're not taking any chances with the passengers' goodies. Not that I blame them.
On behalf of Trident Luxury Line, I'd like to welcome...
Please remain in designated passenger areas at all times. Have a safe journey.
So, what brings you aboard?
That view is absolutely spectacular.
I certainly hope
isn't
they
it?
decide to hold all future Society events aboard us. It's critical that the Society keeps the memories of Earth alive in our hearts. Dumbrosky is married to some poor woman that he constantly leaves behind in New Atlantis when he goes on his business trips. This is going to be the 9th Earth Savior Award ceremony, but the first time it's ever been held aboard a star. Don't forget to donate to the cause.
Hello. Or... I don't know why Larry's attending this event. He could care less about any planet, let alone the Earth. Benjamin Bayou of Neon won the award the first time it was presented. But... not much. Other than the fact that they host these wonderfully entertaining... Nice to have met you.
Mind moving along? Try to... Sorry, I'm busy. Maybe we'll
Pleased to
talk
make your
another time.
acquaintance. Let's put it this way. He screwed over so many people, if he suddenly disappeared from the universe, I don't think anyone would know. It's for the Society's high rollers. If you don't have more than 8 figures in your account, I wouldn't even bother going up. The Society was founded about 8 years ago by Carl S.A. Worthington, a prominent businessman from... Enjoy the rest of the event.
The Society Chair has really outdone herself this time.
Quite a lovely starliner. Nothing but the best for the Society, eh?
That view is absolutely spectacular.
I certainly hope that... Yes, he's some kind of top dog over at Galbank. I heard he replaced someone that was caught running a fake loan scam. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she dotes over that glorified trophy, you'd think it... It is a shame that the Earth ended in such a sorry state, but I'm glad the Society has the nerve to... That's all then? Okay.
Hello? Are you a member? Larry has an A-level executive rating over at Galbank, which means he has access to everyone's accounts at the touch of a... You don't necessarily have to be wealthy to contribute, though the minimum donation... Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she dotes over that glorified trophy, you'd think it was her own child. Well, that was boring.
An open bar would have been nice, but Trident's
Here for
counting
business,
us for
or-
every credit we've got.
He's been spending a lot of time with Klaudia Swist. Quality time, if you catch my meaning. I'm certain his wife doesn't know it. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she... Donations to the Society can be debit... Nice to have met you.
Sorry, do I know you? Okay, wait, are you seriously... are you trying to pick me up? Look, I appreciate the compliment, but I'm already seeing someone, and my partner doesn't like competition. He gets very jealous. I can't believe this is happening. I told Larry to keep his big mouth shut, but did he listen? No! He had to impress his friends and treat me like a trophy. Look, I've been in this business for a long time, and I know how this game works, so let's skip all the banter and get it over with. What's it gonna take to make us both happy? You're not very bright, are you? I'm a grade C3 exec at Galbank. That means my credentials get me into two places, the front door and the ladies' room. If that's all you really want, you're certainly welcome to them. If I give you dirt on that son of a bitch Dumbrosky, all I'm doing is endangering my... That's true. You have come this far already. You know more about me than I suspected. Can't have that. What the hell? Dumbrosky has us mixed up with the Crimson Fleet? Alright, you've made your point. You know, this whole thing really pisses me off. Larry and I had the perfect scheme worth thousands of credits all worked out, and then he goes and flushes the whole thing down the toilet.
You know, if I had a credit for every time I heard a criminal say I had the perfect scheme all worked out, I'd be a damn millionaire.
Yeah, well, it was perfect. Foolproof. Until I trusted that asshole. I didn't know who the hell you were. For all I knew, you were working for Dumbrosky. It's called playing it cool. You should try it sometime. I'm not gonna tell you. Let's just say that I'd be sent to prison for a long time if Galbank figured it out. Yeah, I'm getting to that. Larry got together with myself and this other guy, Gabriel Vera. He's some bigwig over at UC Security. I doctored the transactions, Larry wiped them off the system, and Vera kept the legal pressure off of us. We were scamming Galbank for months. It was going well until I discovered Larry was cheating everyone by changing each transaction in his favor before deleting them. Oh, I know he was using me. At the same time, he was saying how much he loved me. He was stringing me along and stabbing me in the back. You won't do that. You're here because you've got some kind of side hustle in the works. If you wanted to blow the whistle, you would have boarded this ship with the authorities. I wish I had some. Maybe you should try talking to Gabriel Vera. He should be around here somewhere. If he doesn't want to cooperate, just mention my name. That should... Good luck. You're gonna need it. I wrote a computer algorithm that basically creates a randomized number of false ghost credits that mimic the crypto... Then the algorithm simply passes the ghost credits to whatever legit transfers that the bank transacts. The genuine credits enter a dummy. The best part is that I also alter the crypto keys as the real cash flows into our accounts. By the time it lands in our pockets, the creds are clean. So, on paper, it appears that all of the bank's transactions are covered, when it's really just our ghosted. What do you think is going on? I'm using that gullible idiot to get what I want. If I have to squash him on my way to the top, then so be. Let's get one thing straight. Larry Dumbrosky's no saint. He just...
Hey, if that's what it takes to bring him down, why not?
Dumbrosky is a piece of human garbage. He'd stab you in the back for table scraps, then stab you again to steal. The plan's always been to milk the guy for everything he's worth, and then leave him in the dust. Not bad for a lowly Galbank worker drone. What, are you writing a damn novel? Fine. Vera works for UC Security, so he kept a lookout on their commnet for any Galbank chatter. I guess you could call him our early warning system. And Dumbrosky made sure that all of the crypto manipulation I was working on didn't turn up in Galbank's automatic audits. You need top clearance for that kind of access, so we had to cut him in. Whether we liked it or... I hope you hurt Dumbrosky. Nail his ass right to the wall.
Don't forget to keep your starting pass handy at all times. You won't have access. Any complaints about your cruise should be directed to one of the staff.
You look a bit lost in these surroundings. Hello? You here for the charity event? Well, I work for UC Security, meaning that business is... I'm afraid I can't really help you. If you're looking for a business opportunity, you might want to check with someone. To be honest, I'm here to keep an eye on the charity event. It might not be as glamorous an assignment as a colony rescue or taking down some criminals, but anything that keeps the peace is important to me. What is this all about, anyway? You mean specifically? Oh, I work for the Corporate Fraud Division. We monitor all of the major megacorp financials and transactions. You're asking a lot of strange questions. Klaudia sent you, did she? Look, friend, I don't know if you're just a little drunk, maybe a touch crazy, or both. Whatever you think you know about me, you're dead wrong.
Really well done. You almost sounded believable. Almost.
Worried? Why should I be worried? Anything you try to report will boil down to your word against me. And since I work for UC Security, who do you think people will believe?
You tried the canopies? Horrid. Positively horrid.
The society chair has really outdone herself.
I'm sorry. Unless you're reporting a security situation, I need to get back to my duties.
I saw your little exchange with Vera. Keep that up and I guarantee that imbecile's gonna demand that you... Oh, absolutely. He's up the ladder at UC Security. Lots of pull. We have to handle. Which is why he's threatening you. We need hard evidence of their scheme. But it's gonna be tricky. The problem is he's not gonna talk to you in public. We need to get Vera isolated so he'll spill everything he knows. Maybe, but if something goes wrong and he's able to raise an alarm, we're sunk. With all of these wealthy patrons aboard, the ship is smart. If there's an emergency, standard practice is for all passengers to clear the decks and report to their cabins for lockdown. I think the best chance we have would be to tamper with the life support sensors. Manipulate a few controls, and you can fool the monitoring system into thinking there's a life support failure. And there you have your... This is one of Trident's premier Starliners. That means it has the best of everything, including a triple redundancy life support system. They installed a backup with a backup. Luckily for us, it will still trip an emergency and everyone will have to return to their quarters until I sound the all clear.
Just pointing out that life support supports life, like you and me. This...
Don't worry, it'll be as easy as it was mingling with the guests at the party. Just throw a few lousy switches and you're done. One more thing. If Chief Engineer Sandin gives you any trouble, tell him I'll erase that gambling debt he owes me. Anyway, I better start packing. Things are getting hot around here, and won't be long before Trident figures out you had help. There's access to the crew section that you can reach through the Starview Ballroom. Chief Sandin should be there, wasting time at his station as usual. Once you're past Sandin, just look for the room marked Environmental Control. Everything you need is inside. All passengers are instructed to immediately report to their cabins. That way we keep the halls clear and avoid... Fortunately for us, all of the passenger cabin doors will automatically unlock. This is normally to ensure the crew can check cabins quickly and without interference. But in our case, it's like... On the surface, he's an upstanding citizen of the United Colonies, pretty high up in UC Security. Underneath, he's a greedy piece of garbage. Given the chance, he'd backstab you for a cret stick and pin a murder on someone else. Come to think of it, if he wasn't such a petty... Don't you have somewhere to be?
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Hold up. This area is off limits to passengers. Wait a second. You're Captain Rokov's guest, right? Didn't expect to see you down here. Sorry to give you trouble. What can I do? Yeah, a little. A few of the techs call this deck the dungeon. I think you can see why. Not exactly Starliner class comfort. Don't get me wrong. The quiet gives me time to gather my thoughts, catch up on work, and all that, but... I'm the Siren's chief engineer. Trident put me in charge of the entire tech team. We do our best to keep the ship running smooth. Of course, this beauty is a cutting-edge piece of spacecraft design. Almost everything has triple redundancy, like the life support system. Unfortunately, that means there's quite a bit of downtime. Oh, sorry, that area's off limits. Oh, really? Well, that changes things quite a bit. Tell you what, I'm just going to step out for a bit and stretch my leg. Maybe you can hold this for me while I'm away? Honestly, he's a seasoned ship captain. He told me he was a long hauler for years, and the experience shows. Only thing is, he's always talking about trade deals and plans for get-rich-quick schemes. It's all the guy ever thinks about. Why he decided to be a Starliner captain, I'll never know. Tell you what, though, for someone that loves credit so much, he sure doesn't mind gambling them when we play cards. Remember not to touch anything, please.
At least this looks like a ship. Although I wouldn't be surprised if they had maids do the rounds here.
Passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Oh, no more music? I was hoping to show my dance moves.
The Siren of the Stars is now in emergency status.
All passengers are being asked to return to their cabins. There's no cause for alarm. I'm sure this is just a minor operation.
I was wondering if you were the cause of the ship-wide emergency. It's time you stop playing games and tell me why you're here. Doesn't take a genius to deduce you're the one that's responsible. I locked onto you from the moment you entered the ballroom, and after we spoke, I had a feeling you'd pull a stunt. You want me to help you? Are you I help you by handing over evidence, and I end up incriminating myself.
The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins.
I don't know where you
in
got that
orderly
information
fashion
from,
and remain
but
there
it lines
until
up with all the
you
troubles
receive
I've been
further
having getting my
instructions.
cut from that asshole. That means my money's already gone. And Dumbrosky's going to walk away. I'd love to see the bastard fry. But if I give you that information and it falls into the wrong hands, Dumbrosky had the authorization to wipe out records on Galbank's system without raising any red flags. I let Klaudia talk me into that. She said she had him wrapped around her finger. Apparently, she was wrong. Oh, I've got everything you're gonna need. This is a one-stop shop for you. We're talking a slate loaded with dates, account numbers, ID scans. Even it was my little insurance policy in case the shit hit the fan. There's a solid enough trail here to send Dumbrosky. At least I walk away with something. All right. You have here, with this slate and this recording to tie it all together, you'll be able to nail his ass to the wall. He'll do whatever you... Just remember that you promised to leave me out of it. Well, since Klaudia has been spending time disgustingly close to Dumbrosky, I think she suffered it. On the other hand, I've got very, very special plans for Larry. I have some friends that can, well, let's just say, take care. That's if you leave them alive, of course. We'll just have to wait and... All I can tell you is that there's more than a few people at Mast who find Commander Akande to be a huge pain in... I mean, the UC is aware that the Crimson Fleet is a problem, but it pales in comparison to the issues with the Freestar Collective. Wait a moment. Are you telling me that this scheme is getting so out of hand, it also involves the Crimson Fleet? That's all I need right now. And just because I'm helping you nail Dumbrosky doesn't mean I'm turning my back on UC. How else am I going to ensure that he ends up behind bars when all this comes crashing down? No. You can leave me out of your merry little band of pirates, thank you. All I can tell you is that there's more than a few people at Mast. I mean, Akande's loaded. You better tell Dumbrosky to run, because if you don't kill him, I will.
Our security team would appreciate if you'd please shelter in your cabin during this emergency. Thank you.
All passengers, may I
Well,
have your attention,
well.
please? The
You
captain
must
has
be the one
declared
who's
a
been accosting
ship-wide
Klaudia and
emergency.
Gabriel.
Please
I'm
report
uncertain
your
what you hope
cabins
to
in an
accomplish
orderly
here, but it
fashion
appears we
and
should
remain
rapidly
there until
enter
you receive
into
further
some...
instructions.
You don't actually believe that I'd venture into such precarious criminal territory without a proper bird's-eye view of the situation. I'm uncertain why you've become entangled in this spider's web, but this situation demands... Excellent, excellent. So, before we begin, let's review the facts. First, it's clear that you've obtained insider knowledge of my arrangement to defraud Galbank. The means and the method, perhaps, but not the motive. And second, I'm going to hypothesize that my compatriots are despondent regarding their share and have assisted you with this endeavor. Since we're speaking and I'm not at the reporting end of a bullet, this leads me to conclude that you desire something... I see. Well, that certainly places a damper on our negotiations. Perhaps I can hasten my diatribe to temper your violence. In blunt terms, you have compromising materials about me in your possession. The only thing I assume that's what you've been angling for all along?
All passengers.
Well,
may
I'm
I have your
surprised you
attention,
even posed
please?
that question at
The
all.
captain has declared a
The answer is quite
ship-wide
obvious.
emergency.
The last
Please
thing I'd
report
want to
to
do
your
at this point
cabins
is
in
call
an
attention
orderly
to
fashion
myself.
and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Obviously, that wouldn't be my preference, but I have little choice. Though, Larry Dumbrosky will be mysteriously vanishing after this cruise, and possession of the credentials becomes ludicrous. Splendid. It appears we've reached an accord. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me simplify that for you. It sounds like we have a deal. Oh, of course, I trust you'll understand if I ask for us to avoid any further. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to formulate how I'm going to utterly ruin two very annoying business associates. Good day.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further
In a
instructions.
state of emergency, please return to your cabin.
Well, looks like everything worked out, just like we planned. I wish you hadn't blown away the gambling debt that Sandin owed me. But hey, you got the job done. I'm glad you feel that way. Just remember to tell Delgado how much I pitched in to help. You know, I'm still wondering exactly what you needed those credentials for. You feel like telling me? I usually have a nose for these things, but in your case, whatever the case may be, it's apparently worth risking your life over. That's telling me... Ah, so he told you to keep it from me. I see. I wouldn't want you to risk your position with the fleet like I did, so I'll just leave it. Anyway, I suppose there's nothing stopping me from rejoining the fleet now. It's been... I owe you one, Dobrovich. Don't worry, it's not an insult. It's a very old Russian word for comrade. It's what I intend to call you from now on, so get used to it. Nonsense. If there's one universal constant you can depend on, it's that Evgeny Rokov always makes good on his... Well, I suppose this is where we part company. Hopefully the next time we meet,
May I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship... wide emergency...
I need to pack up again.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no.
Hello, welcome to the Galbank Archives. May I see your credentials, please? Oh, no, this is just their deep storage facility. All the current records are upstairs in the main facility. This is... Oh, no, none at all. I'm all alone down here. Yeah, yep. Well, I guess you're down here too, right? So, that's two of us now. Sorry, not trying to lie to you or anything, just one moment while I verify. Oh, yes, Mr. Dumbrosky. Welcome, sir. Give me a moment to log your visit, and then I'll unseal the archives. No, never, not at all. Hey, look, please don't mention this to my supervisor, okay? She'll give me a low rating, and... How the hell did you know that? Look, Ecliptic busted in here and said something about letting you walk into the archives, and then they're gonna jump you. I'm supposed to let you in, and then get the heck out of here. They said if I didn't do exactly what they said, they'd kill me. Just be careful. I don't even know how many of them are hiding.
Grizzly, but part of the job. Break your time's coming up.
start something? 'Cause I'll finish it all.
If I had a billion crest,
Even pirates need to shop. Jeez, looks like you get anything here.
Piracy missions are always a healthy source of income.
So there I am. You see security on my heel.
Your buddy Rokov is aboard the Key. Told me everything that happened.
Yeah, he won't shut up about you. Keeps going on and on. But now I remember why we kicked... Yeah, that'd be a first.
All right, Naeva, you've made your point. Well, since you're vouching for Rokov, I guess we can give him another chance. All right, now that is out of the way, we can move on to the matter at hand. Crix's leg. Speaking of which, let me see that data you copied from the Galbank archives. Ah, so the Galbank transport went down over Bannock 4. Bannock. Why does that sound familiar? Naeva?
Yeah, keep your panties on. I'm looking it up. And I got it. Bannock 4. Let's see. Damn it. Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant. We can't even get a ship near the thing without frying every circuit aboard.
Whoa. EM class is an absolute no-go. There ain't a ship alive that can handle that.
Don't know that one, huh? Well, pick up your pencil. There's gonna be a test on this late. EM class means the planet is giving off a ridiculously high amount of electromagnetic radiation. We're talking off the charts. Fly your ship anywhere near one of these death traps, and you'll blow every single circuit on your ship. Yeah, sure. We'll just wrap your ship in a ton of copper and launch you right in there. That ought to do the trick.
Both of you shut up and think for a second. I'm sure Crix hit the same roadblock. All we need to do is figure out how he got around it.
This sounds like a goddamn waste of time to me.
No, this all makes sense. The data says the transport went down over Bannock 4, carrying currency during the Narian War. That's the spirit, Rook. That is the essence of the Crimson Fleet that has been slipping away lately. Naeva, the Galbank data says the transport had a CBR-27 transponder. Can we track that kind of thing? Pinpoint its exact location?
That transponder is military grade. We're talking ultra-bit encryption, constantly reshuffling frequencies. We don't have shit like that laying around. But before you get that pissy look on your face, I heard that the UC's been working on a ship signal decryption. So we grab that little beauty, and we'll be able to track anything you...
All right, here is the plan, so shut up and listen. Rook, I want you and Naeva to put your heads together and get us that comm spike. I don't care if it's mounted at the top of mast. I want. In the meantime, I'm going to find out more about this EM-class gas giant problem. And I think I know just who to...
Give me a little time to crunch the numbers on the comm spike with Jazz, and I'll point us in the right direction.
We do or we die. That's the way Crix did things.
I promise? You gonna write that in your diary?
All right, that is enough. We are in arm's reach of Crix's legacy, and I don't have time to deal with this kind of bullshit. Now, both of you, get the hell out of here.
All right, let's get this over with.
Heaven is having a smooth-running ship with a crew of friends.
a lot of us in the fleet came out of the mud. We grind for
This
every
is
friend and exchange.
exactly what I pictured of the Crimson Fleet. Except parrots. That and eye patches.
Thanks for making me look good. I would have had to kill you otherwise. I'd never go down to that prison. You're just a princess.
I got a bounty so big, the Trackers Alliance had to beef up their servers just to keep tabs on it.
I heard Iswa's sister is some hardcore mercenary. I wouldn't get on her bad side.
All right, let's get right to it. Did you get the Earth Savior Award? Or am I gonna be very...
First of all, this is my section of the key, so I'm gonna stand here for as long as I want. And second of all, I know all about that award, and you're just throttle down and give her the damn thing already.
Well, that's because you'd be absolutely right. You see, everyone above you in the fleet is making more than you are off the same gig. Understood? Good. Now, you might want to hand over that award before I have you tossed off the key. Just a thought. Well, well, look at that. You followed my directions, and now you're gonna end up with some credits in your... Of course, it would have been more money if you hadn't blabbed about the damn thing to Rokov, but that's on you. Anyway, here's your cash. Keep this up, and I might even... All right, Fleet, we've all got work to do, so let's get to it.
Excuse me.
Early report.
So I heard there was a bit of excitement on the Siren of the Stars. Your handiwork, I assume?
We told you we'd be keeping tabs on you. So, did you get information for us or not?
Nice work. Any specific evidence you picked up regarding criminal activity should be given to Lieutenant Toft after...
If the evidence pans out, you can visit those alleged criminals in our break the next time you stop. But for now, what do you have on Delgado and his little ragtag group?
Yes, and I heard there were no casualties.
Except for the Ecliptic hit squad that you took down at the Archives. We've taken care of that mess, by the way.
Speaking of which, I assume you copied the information from the Galbank's computers. Let me see what you got. So the legacy went down at Bannock 4. Bannock 4. Why does that sound familiar, Toft?
Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant, sir. There isn't a ship in the fleet that could safely get near that type of world. The Bannock system was the site of a significant battle during the Narian War. I had to do a research paper on the subject at the Academy. Good. That should slow them down for a while. You're doing exactly what we told you to do. What, do you think we're stupid?
All right, calm down, Lieutenant. Even if Delgado has an immediate solution to the EM problem, there's still the matter of tracing the Legacy's transponder signal. Of course I am. We don't really have a choice in the matter. There are no shortcuts. The route you're taking to secure Crix's legacy for the Crimson Fleet is the only one. If you suddenly change your behavior, they'll know something's wrong. I realize it's difficult, but I urge you to stay there. In the meantime, we'll formulate a plan to ensure the Crimson Fleet doesn't get their hands... They have information about the Comspike? Damn it.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that device, sir.
No, you shouldn't be familiar with it. It's a highly classified. It's an advanced signal decryption and tracking device that the UC Navy's been working on for years. How the hell did the Crimson Fleet find out about that?
There must be an information leak somewhere, sir. It's the only thing that makes sense. I'll see what I can find out.
Fine. This is what we're going. You keep playing along and go after the Comspike. Lieutenant Toft and I will see what we can find out about. I don't see the point. The Crimson Fleet apparently has a pipeline of information flowing from somewhere within the UC military. Any attempt to move the Comspike would be a... My superiors are stubborn. They aren't going to authorize an attack on the key based on my flights of fancy, I've been told. We need more evidence that all the Crimson Fleet's plans were resulted... Perfect. Just stick with the plan and we'll see who gets to Crix's legacy first.